Hello. So I was attacked by a cat recently and can see some of my scratches. It was pretty bad. And it was a bite on the side of my hand, still bandaged there. And this one too was really bad right here. Um so yeah, I couldn't use my hands. I still can't. I tried doing a yoga class and the pressure on the cut from like my blood pressure on the cut really hurt, and I can't do anything using my hands. So it was like useless class. I was trying to do the leg practicing, but so I decided to share a class that I'm going to do without using my hands or without putting pressure on my hands. So if you have a wrist injury or you hurt your hands, cut your hand, anything, this will be a class for you. So just sit comfortably. Um, Sit on a block. And the reason I have you sit on a block is so that your knees are lower than your hips. Because if your knees are higher than your hips, it will cause an unevenness in your pelvis and hurt. Eventually. Maybe not right away, and probably not if you're super young. But it's a good habit to get in now to always sit on some kind of a little elevation. When I'm at home, I sit on this thin pillow because it's just enough of a difference that makes my knees lower than my hips, and that's all that matters. So sit up on a lift. Basic, I like to teach fundamentals because they're fun and because people don't really teach them enough. And that was my investigative research in my as a student, as an apprentice. So I like to share all of this research. Some of it, not all of it, because you got to pay me for the rest of it. So um, people say that my videos aren't that bright. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for your benefit. It's free. If you want me to do better, you can pay for it. You can buy me some lights, buy me a yoga studio instead of my living room. It's all good. I'm happy with this. So please don't complain about it. I'm happy with it. You don't need to see my face. Like, this is just a yoga practice. I'm not a model. So sit up tall, grounding your seat bones. And if you're sitting on a block, it's really nice because you can really feel just your seat bones on the block pushing into the block. And that pressure, that's why I have this board here. You see, I had my dad for my birthday make me this yoga board so that I would have, it's a ½ inch thick, so that I would have that resistance to push into when I was doing my yoga poses. And now that my hands are hurt, I can't push into it with my hands. So it's different. It's interesting. So it's just sitting on your lift and pushing that pressure on your seat bones that allows you to lift up out of the pelvis. And then, like, there's this adjustment. A lot of people sitting up doesn't mean sitting pushing yourself forward. It doesn't mean sitting and pushing yourself backwards. It means centering yourself right over your pelvis and lifting straight up. And if you notice, a lot of us have the tendency to push forward when we do that. I see it in class all the time. So you just want to sit directly over your seat bones and lift straight up. And just sitting up tall and feeling that centeredness. And then closing your eyes, bringing the backs of your hands on the top of your thighs, taking a deep inhalation, filling your lungs up completely, as much as you can, more, and holding it. And releasing. Exhaling through your nostrils. I do it through my mouth because I'm talking. Breathing through your nose is so much more efficient. So breathe through your nose. Filling your lungs, filling your belly. Exhale. One more. And try to hold it as long as you can. Count for the length of time that you hold it. So inhale. Count. Hold it as long as you possibly can. Feeling centered and tall as you hold it. feeling the prana or the life force as it sits inside of your vessel, cleansing all of you out completely, cleansing you. And exhale. I mean, unless you can still hold it. I have practiced. I can hold my breath, or I don't know if I can now. I have in the past been able to hold my breath for 1 full minute. It's really fun to practice working up to that. And it's really good for your heart if you have any heart murmurs or breathing problems. It's really good pranayama just to sit there and fill your lungs up with as much oxygen as you possibly can. Oxygenation helps us think. It makes our brain synapses fire. It's beneficial for our blood. It brings our blood cells full of oxygen and helps us to repair ourselves. It's just beneficial in so many ways. Oxygenation is the first thing that we do as we're born. We breathe. It's the number one thing required to be a human, is to breathe. So breathing is very, very important. And I wish we were taught how to breathe as children. So let's learn now. Now, put your hands on your belly and feel the expansion of your belly as you inhale. That is good, full breath when you feel the expansion of your belly. And now exhale, feeling your belly contract. Get every little last breath out, as though you were a plunger, draining out every last drop of oxygen out of your lungs. By doing this, you're actually cleansing your insides. You can actually have like a rotting gut by just not breathing fresh oxygen into your gut. So, I mean, just breathing can replenish you, and even your guts and your brain, everything. It's so amazing. I feel that breathing can heal us in more ways than we even acknowledge. And just sitting in with yourself and just breathing and holding your breath as long as you can. And when you hold your breath, imagine I like to picture it as almost like a ball pinging throughout all of my body, cleansing all the parts of me. Like a ping pong ball, for example. And it's just rolling through each part of your body vessel, cleansing you all out inside and wringing out. And getting any stagnant oxygen out of your system. And this is also a form of meditation, just listening to me talking about this and breathing with me. You are connecting your mind and your body together. That is a meditation. Whenever you do that and you consciously breathe, you're meditating because you're melding your action with your mind. You are completely present in your body and conscious of everything that's going on and aware of yourself. That's true meditation. In Vipassana, they teach you to feel the breath entering your nostril and focus on that feeling of the breath entering your nostril. And that's all you focus on. And always just bring your mind back to that feeling if it wanders. And that they do that for 10 days in silent meditation. If you live alone, you can just do that living alone. I live alone, so I don't need Vipassana. I'm alone plenty. So, I mean, not that it's the same thing, of course, but being in complete silence and not worrying about anything else in your life is a totally different experience. However, we're not here for that right now. I'm just expressing a different version. Anyways, so as you feel that fullness in your belly with the breath, you can actually feel a subtle softness in your body. It's almost like you can get rid of anxiety just by breathing. Actually, anxiety is a lack of breath. So you can get rid of anxiety just by breathing. What a tool that is to have, huh? And now we can lift our arms up overhead and hold them. Press your palms together at the top and lift as you inhale, holding it for 3 counts. And exhale. Keep your hands above your head. One more inhalation. Feeling yourself be like a conduit of positive energy, and the energy is coming out from the tops of your hands, it's spilling out through all of the world around you. And now bring your hands out like you're lowering your wings and feeling that energetic body spreading to the atmosphere around you. You are basically giving the atmosphere positive energy, and you're brightening the energy fields around you. We are all connected, and it is contagious. Now bring your hands to the floor to close it and to seal in that circle of energy. Now bring your palms to your chest. Press your thumbs into your chest and lift. Take a deep inhalation. And now hold it. And exhale. On the next one, we're going to do an om or an ong, as you prefer. So om is the sound, the first sound of all that is. And ong is a modified version of that, where you bring the G in to press the tongue on the upper palate of the G. And it makes it an active meridian because you're pressing into your meridian. And by doing that, as you vibrate the sound, you're vibrating your pituitary and pineal glands in the center of your brain, and you're helping them to decalcify and grow and be more energetic and healthy, and to be alive and to produce all of the hormones you need in your body. With all the endocrine disruptors, which are hormone imbalancers, we really need this. So let's feel that energy heat up in our palms as we press that energy into our heart space and lift. Taking a deep inhalation. Om. Let's do it one more time. Om. And one last time, bringing our breath back inside and holding it, releasing. Let's do one more om. Om. Lowering your chin to your chest and lifting your chest to your chin. I bow to the rishis, yogis, and yoginis who came before us. With their guidance and grace, may we begin this practice, even though we've already begun it. And slowly lift your head. Keeping your eyes closed, bringing the backs of your hands onto the top of your thighs. With a nice deep inhalation, focusing your gaze on the ethers, not on this physical world. So maintaining that third eye vision. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Now, I'm going to do chest expander, which is you interlace your fingers and you bring them to the back of your head. And then you press the back of your hands into your head and your head into your hands. It's that opposing force, right? And then lifting your elbows so that they're spreading as far apart as you possibly can spread them. Taking a deep inhalation here. This is chest expander. I like to do it with long, slow, deep breaths because I really like to feel the expansion in my chest as I do it. Take the longest, deepest inhale and spread your elbows as far apart as you possibly can, expanding your chest as much as you possibly can and feeling your collarbones spread wide. Holding it for as long as you can and then gently exhaling. One more. Expanding, pulling your elbows as far apart to lift your chest even higher. And exhale. One last time here. Expand. Breathe in deeper, more. And exhale. Slowly release your hands. Oh yeah, that's good. Now let's come into a kneeling pose. So you're off your block now and you're kneeling on your knees. If you need a block under your butt because you can't kneel, start kneeling so you can kneel, because that's a basic function. Can't do that, you're not going to live very long. Basics, come on. We've got to be moving our bodies. Stagnation leads to what? Rot, death. We must move. Our bodies are meant to be used. So use it. If you can't do heavy lifting, don't. Just lift your body. Isometrics are the best. One thing I like to practice is just getting them off the floor without my hands. Without jumping too. But you know, it's really fun. Just get up off the ground without your hands. Get up off the ground without your hands. If you can't do that, it's something fun to practice. So anyways, if you need to sit on a block, sit on a block. There's no shaming here, just self-love and awareness of your body and where you are so that you can work towards being where you need to be. Love yourself always. Love your knees, love your thighs, love your hips, love your torso, love your neck, love your face. Touch it and tell it you love it. Self-love is everything. You're doing this because you care about yourself. Self-care brings joy. Joy brings love. It is all a progress. This is loving yourself. This is wonderful. You should be so proud of yourself for being here. So as you sit here on your knees, we're going to do camel ride. So you bring your palms onto the fronts of your thighs and you pull your chest forward, as far forward as you can, and lift your chin. And now as you exhale, pull it back. You can feel all of the movement in your spine. It feels good. It's kind of like cat-cow, but seated. Okay, so inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pulling your chest forward and lifting your chin. Exhale, bringing it all in. Start to go a little faster with the movements, but gently, lovingly, wherever you are, at whatever pace you need to be with yourself. This is just a gentle, mobile class where you're just moving your body a little. It doesn't have to be all about these extreme yoga poses all the time. Just moving your vertebrae, keeping your body active. Okay, now sit up tall. That was a nice little camel ride, wasn't it? So if you need to move your feet, you can. You can sit back on your block. Take another little break. Otherwise, you can stay here and bring your hands onto your shoulders. Take a deep inhalation, and when you're here, again, the tendency is to push yourself forward like we just did in camel ride. Don't do that. Center yourself right over your pelvis. Directly over your pelvis so that you're centered. And with your hands on your elbows, your hands on your shoulders, take a deep inhalation to the right. Exhale to the left. Take a deep inhalation on the right side and hold it for a moment. And exhale. Slowly come to center, bringing your palms back onto the tops of your thighs. Take a long, deep inhalation. Hold it. And exhale. Now breathe normal for a moment. Okay, now bring your hands back onto your shoulders. And now we're going to go to the opposite side. So inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale at the center. And exhale, bringing your palms back to the center and breathe normal. Feel how you are in your body right now. Feels good, doesn't it? Movement, breathing, basic things to make you feel good. These simple things can make you feel so much better in your day-to-day life if you just take the moment, a couple moments out to do them. So, I don't want to take the whole day doing this. This is just supposed to be a little simple class without hands. And then I get into all this breath work and I go. So let's sit back on our blocks if you didn't already. And let's cross our legs the opposite direction. Yes, I know it feels weird. That's why you need to balance it out and do it. So, sitting up tall in the center. We have really done a lot, even though it wasn't very much. I feel great, don't you? I hope you do. Bring your palms to your chest. We're going to close class out together. Take a deep inhalation. One Om. Bowing your chin towards your chest and your chest towards your chin. Bowing in. Satnam. Namaste. I bow to the rishis, yoginis, and yoginis who came before us. With their guidance and grace, may we end this practice. Bring the tops of the hands onto the tops of the thighs. Soften your face. Soften your shoulders. Soften your heart. Just sit here in silence. This is our little miniature Shavasana. We are all at peace with ourselves. We are all at peace with each other. We are all at peace with the world around us. We give love to all of those that need it the most. We give love to ourselves. We give love to those around us that need it. We give love to those who don't need it. We just give love. Love nurtures all. Love heals all. If you are not able to love, then just find contentment. That will eventually lead you here to a place of self-love. Take a deep inhalation. As you exhale, feel all the negative energy grounding itself down into the earth, pressing away from you into the earth. As you inhale, feel that earth giving back the energy to you in a positive way, loving energy to fill you up so that you can continue on with your day with love in your heart and in your step, so that everyone you encounter can feel a piece of that love, because it is infectious and it's the one thing we need to spread. So spread that viral love all over the place. Love is a wonderful virus. What a thought, huh? Satnam. Have a wonderful day.